Well, hello. Well, today Mark and I have gone the long haul, and we're just about out at Great Barrier. So there's been some good fishing out here for the last 3 or 4 days. So we've decided to come this far and give it a go, trying to get on some kingfish and some good snapper. So found our way out here. The weather's supposed to be quite good today, get better as the day goes on. So we're hoping to get in some good action, and we'll keep you in touch and just see how we go. You can see a little barrier in the background there, and Great Barrier is not that far away. Coromandel's over there. So got a light southwesterly. Hopefully it's going to die down a bit and we can get onto some workups. So yeah, hope we have a good day. Well, I just put my rod over, and as soon as it hit the bottom, on jumped a fish. We haven't stopped at any sign or anything. We've just decided we'd do a drift because we haven't seen any workup, so we're just going to do a drift and wait and see. But yes, the line just hit the bottom and bingo. I'd say it's a snapper. Oh, this is on the Spinder rod, Ocean Angler, and I've got my Stratic C14 on this, so yeah, it's a good setup. Ah, yeah, it's a good snapper. He'll be a nice fish. There he comes. He's not a big fish, I don't think. I'm just got to get used to this. Oh, he's a nice eating fish. Nice penny. Very good. Oh, we might. Oops. I think we'll need a net for that. Oh, Mark's on. Oh, that's good, Mark. So there are fish here. That's great. He's a nice fish for eating. Very good. Now he's got him on a traditional slider that you can buy. Got my head on there, which oh no, actually that's a commercial head, so yeah, it's worked well. He's well hooked. Oh, and here's Mark, and I think he's got part of the same fat. Oh no, he's a good one. He's a bigger fish. Whoa.
That's a goodie.
Nice fish. Oh well, that's a great start.
That's a good start, eh? A
Yeah.
couple minutes. So
Great.
we're into it.
So that was on a prawn with a circle hook. No problem.
No problem.
Yep. 2-3 ounce sinker on the bottom. And I just picked up something on the micro jig. It's such a good setup, this rod and reel. It's a great rod. I catch a lot of fish on this. And I got the pen clash on this, and it's got a really nice sounding ratchet and a good smooth drag. And the weasel is the pink Lumo, of course, with some slightly bigger one this time with slightly bigger hooks. Just because I'm out a bit deeper, and the fish, and this feels like this fish he's going to be a good snapper. So I'll just play him easy and we'll bring him up. Yep, you can see the colour coming up. Here's the water column. Here he comes. Oh yes, nice eating fish. He's not as big as I thought he was actually, but he's a good penny.
3 pegs.
That's the weasel. Yeah, we've got to take our 3 pegs out. Yeah, he's a nice fish to eat. I just had an amazing run on this reel and rod, and I don't know whether it's got off, because I don't think it has, but it was an incredible run. No, it's still there. I think it's realised now that it was a real run. So we'll see what we have. But it felt like a kingfish. It sounded like a kingfish. Oh, there he goes again. Nodding his head a bit. It's a bit snappery feeling. But he has in a sense slowed down, so he's not going to overpower me completely. Shaking his head around a little bit. Right, well, we'll see how we get on. Well, what's transpired is that I have a kingfish, so I did a pull in my other line, and we're in a bit of a stalemate situation, so I'll just try and see if I can get him without having to pull the drogue in, but it might be that we have to follow him. We'll be maxed out on this gear, so we'll see how we go. Well, we finally got him on board. He's a good fish, so we'll be
way,
measuring him. But Mark's camera threw a fit right at the point of landing him, so we couldn't film any of that. But we'll give him a measure anyway.
Okay, we'll get this boy out. See how big he is. Oh yeah. That's 74, so he's up around that. He's over 80, he's 80 something or other. So he's going to stay. Sorry, mate. Oh yeah, it's quite heavy.
My camera needs to be recalibrated. It's fucked. It's going all over the place.
Oh, the old weasel has picked up something. So I've just had this very strained out by the kingfish, so let's hope this fish is alright. He's a reasonable weight actually, so don't know what it is yet. We'll see. We haven't seen any workups yet. I've been scouting the horizon. They're supposed to be around here somewhere. We haven't quite gone to Pigeon Island yet, but we can see that far. We're not really seeing anything, so we're still just drifting and waiting to see if something happens. We've had 2 big pods of dolphins go past us, headed towards the Coromandel. But I'm not seeing anything happening as far as I can see, but maybe out of distance, or they've gone round the barrier, so we're really just waiting at the moment. It's only just gone past low tide, so tide will start coming in. See how we go. Little tiny fella, foul hooked. Meanwhile, I've got something large on the other line, so I better get to that. Get rid of this guy. This rod is serious. Fish is taking this one. Could be another kingfish. The way he's pulling. We'll see. A bit more tension, I think, just to find out what it is. We seem to have stopped. No, have we stopped him? I don't know. No. Oh, yep. It was a big give up, a reveal. Oh, has he let go? He's coming towards me. Something's going on. He's still there. I don't think this is a kingy though, because I don't think he's actually strong enough.
Snapper, huh?
Could just be a good sized snapper. No headlock, no head bumps yet though, or shakes. Let's see. Could be just a kingfish that's not bothered and he's not really doing anything yet. We'll see. The time that this is taking makes me think that maybe it is a kingfish. But it's not a big kingfish, but it's not fighting like a snapper at this stage. But you never know, it could be a big snapper. We shall see. As you can see, there's a fair bend in this rod, but it is a bendy rod.
What are you doing here?
But I think we have decided it's a kingfish now. He suddenly saw the boat, I think, and thought, hey, I'm out of here, mate. Well, it's going to be a while, I think. Oh, gee whiz. Another battle. Yep, he didn't like seeing the boat. Well, he's turned into a bigger kingfish. And he's just dogging down and under the boat like they do. And I'm just having to have a battle with him, really, a wrestle until one of us gets too tired. And hopefully that's going to be him. Haven't seen him yet, so can't be far away. Well, after 20 minutes of fighting that kingfish, the line broke, so in the end it was just, had too much hurt on him probably, but it had been 20-30 minutes, so maybe it's just too big for this gear. But anyway, sad end. I've got a fish trying to get on this line, so I've had to employ another line, and I think we're going to replace the line on that one I lost the kingfish. It's old line, so
Yeah.
yep, I definitely have a fish on the, I've only just stuck this weasel out and it's already picked up a fish that quick.
Oh, amazing, eh?
And it feels like a snapper this time. So back to snapper. Kingfish too hard. Pull him in. And that snapper just came off. That's no good. Okay, we'll let him go down. That's what happens. 2 in a row.
Right, back to my old forms. At least I know
Oh well, yes, just losing that kingfish was a bit unfortunate because I'd spent, a good 25 minutes or so, and I was getting tired and I thought I was getting close, never even saw him, and then the line just broke.
It didn't happen.
I think there must have been a slight weak point. It was just going over one of the guides.
Yeah.
He wasn't that far away, but just the pressure. I think I've got to replace that braid. It's quite old braid, so I think it's probably time to shout myself some new braid. Stop that happening. Well, it's time to look around for some workups towards Great Barrier. So I can see some against the hill, so we're off. Sometimes you've got to just keep staring right in the horizon, and you can see that there's some birds just visible against the actual structure of Great Barrier. We're coming up to the Pigeon Rocks. They're not islands or an island, it's Pigeon Rocks. So Mark and I have stopped here. We're pretty close to Great Barrier there. There's birds spread out everywhere. No concentration workup, and there's a few people around with boats. At the moment there's just a small snapper. I think Mark just had a small one, and I've got a small one. So we're hoping for something bigger to turn up. Yeah, little tiny fish. Put him. Oh, we just relocated where there were a few more birds, and the old jelly baby, pink jelly baby's picked up something off the bottom. Doesn't feel like a monster, just feels like a very active teenager. Here he comes. Don't know whether he's legal. He's got rid of all his bubbles. I have to measure him. Let's see. Yeah, it was the old pink jelly baby. It's got my head on it, but pink jelly baby. But he's only 30, so he's got to go back. Thought I was stuck on the bottom, but it's a fish. So he must be a bigger fish than...
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. No way, it was... Yeah, he's a solid fish. Yep. Because it does feel like quite a good fish.
Put this little bugger back?
Oh yes, please, Mark. Put him back. This is a good snapper. Such a different feel to the kingfish. Man, so much nicer to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kingfish is just a fight. Yeah. Constant pull, or at least the snapper has. He pulls and he lets go, and you can feel his weight. And this is a good fish. Whoa, whoa. Better not be a kingfish. Don't think so. He's a big daddy Great Barrier. He's not that big, but I'm still fighting this fish. I think he's just a good sized snapper, the way he's pulling and shaking his head. I'm just taking my time with him. Make sure that not too hard on him. I see pink. Yes, I do see pink. I think it's pink. Yes, it's pink. It's the snapper. Here he comes.
The size of him,
and how big is he?
He's a monster.
He's a good fish.
He's a monster.
Yep, he's a good snapper. Okay, I need a net for him.
Woo! Beautiful. Beautiful size snapper. Yes. Look at that.
Yeah, he's a good fish. That's the old Lumo weasel again. Just hooked in the corner of the mouth. Got him in. He's a 50 or so. Oh, he's had a couple of good runs. Yeah. So he must be a nice fish. Yeah, there we go. He's a little panny.
Not that big.
Little panny. Too little. Whoa, that line there is going sick. Better get onto that. But I better deal with this guy first. Oh my god. Is he gone? Oh, mucking around, trying to get together. Lost him. I've lost more fish today than I have for a long time. Okay, so it's on the prawn. Oh well, my soft bait picked up a fish. Just thought I'd throw it out the back. It's just sitting on the bottom, fluffing around. Just picked up a snapper of some sort. So he's not big. So let's see what he's like. He's getting all of his bubbles going. There he is. Yeah, he's just a little panny. There's a few of these boys around, these little pannies. Lovely looking fish, quite red actually. He's legal, but we'll see. That's 3/4 ounce jig head, light bulb, 3-bar O with the old sexy penny, jerk shad, 5-inch. It's very, very tempting piece of bait. Snapper. Mark's got a fish. That last one of mine, it's 32. We'll see what Mark's is like. Small. Well, Mark just got a, I don't know, a 6-7 foot Marco. He came snooping around the boat, and then I was going to throw him something to eat, and the next minute he grabbed Mark's line. He jumped out of the water twice, huge, and then he just broke the line. Oh yeah.
Big one.
Looked fantastic. He's off. He's gone.
Well, there's my line gone.
Few breakages today. Wow.
That was something else.
Soft bait got picked up. Just had it hanging out the back again. So it's a snapper. There's not much going on here. Smaller fish, but
More.
smaller fish, you know, around, eh? This guy isn't big. Here he comes. Yep. He's taking the old sexy penny, but he's too small. Oh, managed to pick up fish on the little knife jig, but they are definitely smaller fish. So I think we'll go and try and find some bigger ones somewhere. There we go, bubbles. Oh yeah, too small. I'll let him go, he looks alright. Well, we're heading off, so we're going to go on our way back home. You can see the 3 rocks to the left there, that's the Pigeon Rocks. They're not islands, they're rocks. So we'll be inside those, and now we're heading off back towards home and getting out towards the squiggle. So dolphins everywhere, very big ones actually.
They got off.
Well, we've left the old Great Barrier alone. Things
got off.
Mark just got something, but it got off. Little barrier over there. Things quietened down there. Everything's been split up, I think, over the days, and there's really nothing left, just bits and pieces. So we've started to head home, and we're at the good old squiggles now. So we're just going to stop here and have a bit of a fish. We've got a few fish. We've got enough fish, but we'll try and get some more if we can. So let's hope we do all right here. It's beautiful though, it's turned out fantastic. It's just a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Coromandel's over there, it's looking very dry. Yep, very dry. Mark's picked up a fish, so he's bringing it up. Thinks it's a keeper. So we'll see from the depths. We are at about 51.8 metres. Oh, he's a keeper all right, but he's not big, but he's a keeper.
Big one, he'd be a tasty, nice fat.
Tasty, nice, tasty fish.
One.
Little weasel. Knife jig has picked up something.
The water's nice and clear.
Yeah, the water is clear today. There's a bit of a swell coming in from the northeast, but it's actually quite nice. It helps the boat when you're driving along and makes things a bit more economical, and it's a bit of a thrill. Increases your speed by about 5 knots. I think he's foul hooked because he's just coming up as a drag, which makes them bigger. They feel bigger. Yeah, he's going round and round and round, so he'll be a little fish. Got the 2 hooks in him, which is a pity. Oh well. Mark's got a better fish, which is good. Beautiful conditions out here. See something splashing off in the distance. However, we'll see what Mark has here. Little barrier over there. It's very quiet around, no birds. And what comes up from the depths?
32, I reckon.
32, you reckon? Hopefully it's more than that. There it comes. No, it's more than that, I think.
Oh, there's a 32.
Might be 32, eh? Very good.
Keeper.
Well, I was thinking of moving, so I went to grab the line, and of course there's a fish on it. Sitting there, or he took it when I moved it. Same old drill. So we'll bring him up. I found we're drifting the wrong way from our squiggles, so we thought we were going to go one way, but we're going the other, so we'll reposition ourselves, hopefully. And yeah, we might get some bigger fish, you never know. This is on the slider. He's coming up through the water. He's not big enough though. We'll be letting him go. Get your bubbles out, mate. That's good. Bubbles out. Someone's picked up my slider. Oh, it's actually the pink jelly baby, which is attached to a slider. And I think that it'll be a good snapper actually. Really good penny. Oh, he's got a bit of boogie. He's a bit close to my other line, but let's hope we don't get too tangled. I think there's something going on because I can see it being affected. Can't see how it won't get tangled with that line. Yeah, something going on. Anyway, I got him in, but he's tangled the other line, but he's a good fish, so he'll be good to have. Just trying to put my other fish away, and another one has bitten this line, so we repositioned ourselves to the other side of the squiggles where we normally fish because our drift was going the other way. And I got one good fish just then, and this is another one, so maybe the move has paid off. This guy's proven to be a bit of a haul up from the bottom. Oh, I can see light at last, that's good. Some colour. He's got like a nice eating fish. He's getting rid of all his bubbles. Lots of bubbles. There he comes. Oh yeah, he's a good fish. Very good. Yep, I might net him. I think he's a little bit thin on the lips there. Okay, so I lost that fish. Lost a few fish today, but got another one. This. Oh. I think I've lost this one too. Man, it's been a day of losing fish. Oh no, must have been swimming up with me. Can't be that big. He's not resisting. So yeah, no, I had the fish right by the boat and I was trying to get the net, but it was jammed under the chili bin, and in that process the fish got off. I thought he was so exhausted he'd be lying there quietly, but he saw his chance. He took it. Up, self-releasing snapper, that's good. He was too small anyway, so great. Table fish. Oh yeah, he's resisting, isn't he?
He is.
He's a resistor. He's part of the resistance. The snapper resistance.
Don't mention the war.
No. It's not a Marco, is it? I'm ready this time.
Yeah.
I was totally unready. Oh, he's given up. He's got the blues. Oh, look at the bubbles. Phew. Oh, he's an eater though.
He's right.
Whoa.
He's a
Nice
keeper.
fish, yeah. Good keeper. I have got two fish on at once, so that is a problem. And this one felt like quite a big fish, the way it took the line, but oopsie, both rods bending at the same time. This fish doesn't seem to be really strong now though. Did take it off quite well, but he might wake up soon. No, I think he's waking up now. Oh yeah, he's woken up. Oh, it might be a kingfish. Whoa, because that was a bit big. Might be a kingfish the way it's taken that line.
Oh dear.
If I put the ratchet on, you can hear what's going on.
My line's out here, so it should
Just felt the go, and it just felt like a bit too much boogie. Oh, it's not feeling very snappery. No. It's got that pull, that tail movement pull. Sort of pace. Might be in for a battle. Got a feeling that I have got a kingfish because we are not making much progress. And it's got a lot of grunt, so I think we'll just keep working at it.
Oh, it's self-released.
Meanwhile, Mark's got a keeper, self-release,
34, 33.
33, and I'm stuck in a battle again. One of these guys.
Break your line.
Might lose my line again, I don't want that to happen. Oops, I finally saw a bit of light, but he's seen me too, unfortunately, and he didn't like that. He's got to be getting tired.
Not ready for the net yet?
No, not yet. So it won't be long. Here he comes. See him. Don't know how big he is. Oh, no, don't do that. No. He must be running out of juice, man. He must be running out of juice. I am. Well, we did get that kingfish in the end. He was only about 71 centimetres, but he was very tough. So we had to let him go, and then we headed off home. So I'll give you a map of where we went today anyway. Well, today was the first day that we'd gone all the way to Great Barrier, actually, so it was a bit of a learning curve as well. And what I was saying, the Pigeon Islands, it's not Pigeon Islands, it's actually, we thought they were boats first. They're actually rocks, a group of sort of 3 rocks or so. And they do look a bit like pigeons sitting on the water, so I can see where the names come from that. But so we head out of OBC and just went really straight because the weather was from the southwest, and we just kept going right past Anchorite and continued going out. There was a bit of a swell coming through from the northeast, but it was actually quite nice. And we rested about here and just waited because this is where the workups had been happening through here, but there was nothing really happening. We saw a lot of dolphins heading this way, and we weren't sure where they were going, so we fished there a little bit. It wasn't too bad, and we just waited, and then I spotted some birds working way over here against this high hill, so we headed that way. And sure, I think that's where the workups had been locked in here. The Pigeon Rocks were about there somewhere, so we're up against this hill maybe. And but it was all spread out by then. It was midday, just after low tide. So we fished there a little bit, but people were moving around and the birds were very scattered and the dolphins had all disappeared. So we just started to head back towards the Squiggles, which is more over in this area here, and we did okay there again. And that was it really. At last kingfish we got on board, but we had to give them back, and then we just headed home. Very good weather. Got a bit of a southwesterly coming home, hit about here. So it was a bit of the old harbour chop, but we still made good time. So it was a good day. We came home with 10 keeper snapper and a good kingfish, so that was good. Lost a bit of gear, but it was still a fun day. It's a long way to go. It takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to get there really, so we probably did 6 hours motoring in total, so there's a fuel cost in that. But yeah, I might do it again, but the Squiggles was just as good. So but this time of the year, you know, sometimes that can happen, or it starts firing out there by Great Barrier for kingfish. There was definitely a lot of kingfish around, so if you want those, that's where you need to go at the moment. All right, we'll see you next time.